I did offer one amendment that was made in order, which is to give a right of action to somebody to sue the federal government if they're wrongfully denied employment because this database fails. Which gets me to another point, the NICS background check system. By the way, I throw E-Verify in this whole slew of like government lists. You know, you got the no-fly list. You better not be on that if you want to fly. The NICS background check system, you better not have a name that's similar to somebody who's been convicted for a year or more, because you're not going to be able to buy a gun. They talk about Real ID. Oh, Real ID was going to solve all this 10 years ago. Well, if you got a Real ID, why can't you get a real job? Why do you need E-Verify? But just, go down the list. I would even include central bank digital currency in this list of things where they're going to require your permission in order to get compliance. But on the NICS background check system, which is the one system we have some data for, and this is from a GAO report. In the last year we have data, there were 112,000 denials of people initial denials when they went to buy a gun. That matriculated into only 12 convictions nationwide, federal convictions. 112,000 people denied, 12 convictions. The dirty little secret is 99.9% of those denials were legal, law-abiding citizens. Now, they claim that E-Verify has twice the accuracy of NICS. So if you E-Verify every American, we're only going to put 300,000 hardworking Americans out of a job because they don't match up in the database.
I feel like that's a high rate of failure, even for a government program.
I mean, it's somewhat redundant to say failure of a government program.
I know.
You're assuming it's for the intended purpose, and I would never do that. One other analogy that these are just kind of coming to me as I relive last week and the horror of it. But one other analogy to the guns, the businesses, the big businesses wanted to E-Verify. I was in a backroom meeting where somebody said, one of the staff said, well, downtown wants E-Verify.
Downtown.
You know what downtown means, okay. And somebody said, Chamber of Commerce, we don't listen to them. And it's like, no, it's more than that. What they're talking about is big businesses want E-Verify. And here's why. Because most of the big businesses already do it. It's a way to launder their illegal immigrants so that they have no liability or exposure. If they know an illegal immigrant can buy a packet and make it through E-Verify, and then they can hire that illegal immigrant, they love E-Verify.
Their hands are clean.
Their hands are clean.
Yeah.
Their public image is unsoiled when they find 400 illegal immigrants, cutting up meat in the slaughterhouse. We had them all E-Verified. So the analogy would be like the NICS background check. You can't sue a gun manufacturer because the sale had the imprimatur of the federal government. Crazy person bought a gun. Well, it's all okay. We checked them. The government gave them the stamp. Same thing with food processing. Oh, you can't. You get sick, you get E. coli. Good luck proving it. But even if you could, that got a USDA stamp. So, the government has laundered the liability, and that's what E-Verify does.